country like Trinidad and Tobago. Kelson, talk to me about what the last couple of years has been like for organized rugby in TNT, because I know there hasn't been any.
Well, in the height of the pandemic, there was nothing really happening because restrictions from the Ministry of Health didn't allow any team sports to be played, especially contact sports. So only the recent, less than a year, that these guys really came out and started to train, and really a very short prep for such an important tournament.
So these TNT players will be in a tough task going against a well-drilled and fit team from USA South, but the men in red and black are up for the challenge, and that's why we're here, where this is a development competition, giving these young stars an opportunity to get some international experience because they are the future of their respective organizations. Trinidad and Tobago has a proud history, a long history with rugby union in both 7s and 15s, and these men who are huddling up, we'll see if we can get some audio for this TNT warm-up. Well, look at the passion, look at the excitement, those young athletes getting set to represent their country for the first time for a lot of them, and a minimal experience in this young TNT side, but that does not matter. They are excited, they're ready to go. We have the sun starting to make a bit of an appearance after about half an hour of hard rain, so the field will be a bit soft and a bit sticky for these athletes, but we are set to get underway. USA on the right of your screen there. That man was so instrumental. That's Quinn Vorster. Had such a strong performance here in their opening win over Jamaica. Just kicking this one. Well, commentators curse here, folks. I hyped him up and he sends it into the cheap seats.
Restart or scrub in the middle? Scrub!
Opportunity now for TNT, electing to go with the scrum in the middle. Kelson, talk to me about Trinidad and Tobago. I know you don't know many of these athletes and it's a pretty new squad, but what is the TNT 15 style of rugby and what are we expecting from them today?
Well, generally we expect lots of, try to get out wide and get the runners a lot of space as possible. Trying to be good, generally good at set pieces, scrums and lineouts, but we have a bit smaller team than usual, so we'll see what Coach Poontip has in store for us.
Well, I don't know who you're looking at. Liam Cabrales, the captain for TNT, is about a foot taller than I am. He's a young man who, in the second row, we'll see the impact that he makes. Here's USA South on the front foot. There's a man we called his name so many times in that first game. That's Grisado, just gaining 30 meters off a stolen ball. Smashing forward now.
Roll away.
On the front foot right away, that's Connor DeVos. Here's Cade, he's all over the park as a scrum half. Vorster on the outside now, good hand fend, but a big tackle on the far side there by TNT, and it looks to have been stolen or knocked on.
Scrum down.
So a knock on there from USA, but plenty of excitement, plenty of power from USA, Kelson.
Here's your mark, guys.
Yeah, well, Trinidad and Tobago have a task of tackling the bigger boys in this greasy weather. You need to be putting your shoulders in this.
Here's Keaton McCleavey, good pick off the back of the breakdown, finding the big number 8. He's just such.
That's fine.
Here's TNT, electing to go for a kick, but it's been blocked. Diving on that ball there is Matt Gillardi. Here's the USA trying to spin it ball on the outside. Plenty of space, gets past one, finally brought down just a couple meters out now. Into the hands there of the outside center, Trevino. Smashing forward there is the hooker, Taylor.
Roll away, tackle up, roll away. That's fine, thank you.
Rob Perry is the referee here from Curacao. Just a meter or two shy, sniffing for the first try of this match. Cozy Mosi got that blonde hair flying in the wind, but he is a hard man to...
Hard task of stopping him when he got the momentum going. They got jerseys behind him and they just shove him over the line. And again, TNT, to stop this burly US attack, they really need to put the shoulders in and really stop them at the line.
This American team is putting their hands up as favorites so far in this tournament. Men like Mosi there just have the size and the physicality. They're just boshing their way over the line for that first 5-pointer here for the Americans.
And again, short instructions coming from Poontip, the coach. We let them know that I can't drop off on the tackles. Really need to complete the tackles and stop the boys before they cross the gain line.
Here's Varster. I think he was 5 for 6 in the last match. Through the uprights, and it is good. So the extra 2 added off the boot of the experienced fly half. Showing love to somebody there after making the conversion.
They got him off. They got one back up. So you look at them.
Just see there, well struck just inside that right post. Right post from that camera angle, left post from his.
He gave them a ball. Just make sure they're behind you, yes?
See what TNT can come back with here. Still early on in this match. High hanging kick, not quite able to get 10, but it's knocked on by the American player.
Option.
Well, saying it went off a Trinidad and Tobago hand, so we'll have a scrum down. So both teams unsuccessful on the restarts.
And again, the tactic should be kicking into this wind, should be to make it secure. Trying to drop a 10 might be a little too risky with the weather here. We held our Fire Mines Ran Sevens tournament in Turks and Caicos in October. Now we the refereeing capacity as many people do, which is great to see. Around the outside now, good burst of speed there from Nathan Williams, smashed on the far side.
Feet, penalty here.
Off the feet, straight off the feet is the call from the referee Perry. Penalty against Trinidad and Tobago.
Number 10. Penalty.
This tournament, as we've said, is the first time it's been played since 2019, so there's been a 3-year gap of competition. So you can tell a lot of these athletes are just chomping at the bit to just throw their bodies on the line, and they're excited. However, Kelson, we've seen a lot of mistakes and a lot of errors and a lot of penalties so far, which is giving the USA lots of opportunity, and we've seen it across the board from every team.
Well, practicing against your opposition, unknown opposition, is different compared to playing against your peers, so you'll be a lot less aggressive playing against your peers compared to now, so overzealousness.
TNT not jumping in the line out to contest it. USA gaining a couple meters before being brought down. Here's their strong ball runner, the number 8, Cruzado, smashing his way forward.
To stay on his feet, that's fine.
There's Taylor. He's brought down, just 4 meters shy.
Advantage offside.
Still going that far side. Mosi once again, he's got it down. That's try time. Cozy Mosi. Look at the hair flip too. He loves it, and so do his teammates. Yes, here, there it is. There's once, there's twice, 3 times the hair flip, and he's just such a hard man to bring down.
Yes, we look at the replay, they're taking in 3 tacklers with him to go over the line there, and it's just hard to stop this big guy.
The man from the Okapi Wanderers Rugby Club in South Florida. He almost has a Taniela Tuopo physique from Australia. He's got the sort of strong, hard ball runner from the front row, but he's been wreaking havoc. 3 tries in about a game in 6 minutes so far.
And again, back to the drawing board, Trinidad and Tobago. What can they do to really stop this relentless attack? They haven't really lived or haven't had much time in the USA half so far.
Here's Varster. Certainly has the distance, but that one, the flag stayed down. So score 12-0 here for the Americans. And Trinidad and Tobago are going to have to try and sort of regain their composure and try and get back focus and try and get some territory and possession in the American half.
And again, this is a very strong test for them, being their first game after a couple of years. So it's really a bit of nerves probably again from Trinidad and Tobago also.
Give me a run, give me a run! Give me a run!
That's good.
That kick landing in no man's land in the middle of the field. Here's a half gap there for Williams.
Not supporting your own weight. So you're not supporting your own weight. Position was fine. Just not supporting your own weight.
Well, pretty clear call there from referee Rob Perry, saying exactly what the player needs to do at the breakdown. Is that kick not finding its mark from Varster? Is that one taken but bobbled? We have a knock on, unfortunately. Well, that's a tricky position as someone played in the back three. It's hard when you're backpedaling like that and you're trying to put your hands up in the air. I would say to that young man there, get your hands and try and catch it in the bread basket. It's a little bit easier than trying to catch it up above your head. And if you do knock it on, you can kind of shepherd it backwards rather than dropping it forward.
Well, as an experienced back three player, he was out of position there. He wasn't on the touchline running onto the ball, so it's always difficult to run backwards to catch him.
Giving USA great attacking platform here.
Set. Hold the push.
Cade Austin, the captain. Good pick here by the number 8, Cruzado.
That's fine, that's good.
Beats one. Still going, finally brought down. Good forward platform here. Austin spinning it out. Varster, he's got plenty of bodies on this outside. That ball going to ground, but unfortunately it's spilled forward there by Jason Trevino.
Scrum.
And again, very greasy ball there, so it's very difficult to move the ball out wide at speed. As you look at the replay there, just couldn't get a grasp of it there. And then that's a challenge facing after just a skimming of rain.
Well, if you're just joining us, folks, the first couple hours of today was scorching hot. Then a big angry cloud rolled in, and we had to stop the play for about 45 minutes due to lightning in the area. And then it decided the skies opened up and soaked this entire pitch and these players. So it's going to be a slick ball for this entire game, and that's why we're seeing a few more knock-ons than what we would normally see. Let's get another good pick there by USA South. Out to the hands of the backs now. On the outside, plenty of pace on the outside. Flicking it back inside. Who's got their hand on it?
Okay, that was intercepted and then knocked forward by red. Okay, so we come back 5. Scrum, blue ball, knock on.
Well, there you have it. Intercepted by TNT, which stopped the try. However, it was knocked on. So now,
yes.
As we look at the replay there, we see the winger trying to go on the outside there, but two defenders pull him out or attempted to pull out to the touch there, but the referee just saw a slight knock on by the Reds in this time.
Crouch.
Great tackle there by TNT's Joshua Marson from the number 8 position. He's been all over the park here in the opening 11 minutes. Speaking of all over the park, look at that man go. Cruzado, he's just a wrecking ball. Smashing forward once again is Taylor.
Defense is fine, great defense.
Well, can he get the hat trick? He does! I don't believe it. Mosi with the first half hat trick in the opening 11 and a quarter.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago have no answer for him as he pick and goes off the break down there. A little too high there, and he just took them over the line.
Just a human cannonball.
I can't understand so well.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago not meeting them on the gain line. They're just waiting, absorbing pressure. And with a big guy like that, they're just going to steam him over the try line.
He did not start the first half of the earlier game against Jamaica, and he came on after halftime. So that's about, in a span of less than 25 minutes, he's got 4 tries. So that's just the type of player that he is in this competition.
And again, USA seem to be the team to beat in this competition here. 3 tries, the better for Trinidad and Tobago, and midway through the first half.
That kick from Varster is off the mark. Score now 17-0 in favor of the Americans.
What's your time check?
Well, it's a big week for USA Rugby. There is no doubt about that. It's second leg of the Rugby World Cup qualifying series. The USA need to win this one against Chile. That one's going in Glendale, Colorado on Saturday. USA winning down in Santiago last weekend in a incredible match that included the lights going out for about 20 minutes, downpour of rain the entire time. They came away with it's a 2-game series based on aggregate, and USA won by 1 point. So essentially it's winner take all to whoever gets the Americas 2 position for the Rugby World Cup in France next year. And you don't want to end up in that final repechage. And so the Americans have a big task ahead of them, and as you can see, they're full of lots of energy in this contest here in Kingston, Jamaica. Some of these athletes could very well represent the Eagles one day if they continue on in their rugby journey. Here's Cade to Vorster on the outside now. While that man's just trying to find the gap on the outside, and he's done it in a beautiful looping ball once again over the top, back again. That's Trevino. Trevino smashing his way forward, takes 3 bodies to bring him down. Cade there right away, no breaks. Going forward here, DeVos.
Again, USA bullying Trinidad and Tobago here at the breakdowns. They're dominating the contact situations there.
There's your knock on.
Well, unfortunately, the try scorer Mosi there can't get a handle on that slippery pill, and we're going to come back. So scrum down now for TNT.
Again, Trinidad and Tobago really needs to be more competitive at the breakdowns, probably body positioning, maybe the better bit, since there are lots of larger bodies in front of them at the moment.
So Kelson, for those, myself included, who don't know that much about rugby in Trinidad and Tobago, in a non-COVID year, how many rugby clubs would there be in the country?
In Trinidad and Tobago, easily have a dozen clubs. Just playing 2 divisions. There's a women division as well, and a vibrant under-19 league with at least 6 clubs. So there's lots of rugby to be played in a regular time schedule.
We'll come back to that in just a moment. Penalty against the Americans for not holding their weight in the contact. So an opportunity now for TNT to potentially clear out of their own half if they can send this down the pitch. The rain has pretty close to stopped, but it is still pretty slippery here for these 2 sides.
Numbers, guys.
Trying to be generally a good set piece player, but a lot taller athletes next to them this time, so every timing is key in this setup.
6. Let's go then. Let's go, Bruce. TT, let's go, please.
Nathan Mars, ball in hand. Going to the front jumper.
It's gone back.
Knocked back.
That's fine.
Play on. Good looping ball around the outside. Bit of flash and flare here. This is what we want to see from Trinidad and Tobago. Good burst of speed. Tackle coming in there by Rosemeyer. Offside is the call. A penalty advantage here for Trinidad and Tobago. Spun out well there.
Advantage is still there. Going to come back here. There was no advantage. 7 just offside. Number 7. Here's your mark. Side.
And again, nice open, free flowing rugby by Trinidad and Tobago. Even though a greasy ball, they did well to whip it out wide and just caught USA napping there, not pressing up hard on them, and trying to get some territorial advantage, finally coming into the USA half of the pitch.
Well, it took 16 minutes, but we finally get to see a bit of attack and a bit of flair from TNT, and that's absolutely what we love to see. Fly half Jeremy Bonas initiating that one with his inside center, Nathan Akeem.
Balls by your foot, yes.
And again, Nathan Mars, debutant here in this team here from the Seapost Rugby Club. Brand new rugby club, first year in rugby here, and great opportunity for the young man.
Well, it's been stolen beautifully there by Chris Jensvold. He's a large man, and he just got exactly where he needed to be and just swatted that back with his big paw. But we'll have another opportunity here for Trinidad and Tobago. So just a couple minutes before halftime, we'll see if they can dip into the bag of tricks and see what they can come up with on the attack.
And again, the sun's coming back out, drying out the pitch.
All bind in.
Ideal weather for sprinters to really do their work on the outside.
Set.
Well, pardon me, I was wrong, folks. The fly half today is Reese Valere, wearing the 17 jersey.
Now hold the push, hold the push, hold the push.
Fly half. Referee saying hold the push on under 19s. It's just a 1 meter push.
Wait behind the
Here's
ball,
Valere. Spinning it out now. Good cutting back off his inside foot there is Nathan Akeem.
Roll away tackler, use.
USA are trying to counter-ruck this, and they've done it.
Watch the hit. Make sure we finish the tackle, please, yes?
On the outside. Well, here's lots of room to move there for Gallardi. Back inside ball. Taken hard into contact by Jensvold.
And again, USA turn defense and attack here. Strict coming close to the 22 area here.
Cade Austin right there every single time as the scrum half. Barster spinning it out. One of their danger men cutting hard off his left foot there. Rosemeyer. Fake kick, swatting on. Good hand fend, but equally up to the task there are the TNT backs. Good strong tackling here. 90 seconds to go before the halftime break. Good shimmy and shake there from Taylor.
All the way tackler, thank you.
Austin. Smashing forward there. Seiler. Referee saying play on. We'll see who comes up with this.
Advantage off his feet. Four, leave it, leave it.
And again, that's the inexperience of the Transvaal boys. They're just diving over the tops there, giving away a penalty.
Use it. Number 3. Guys, just going to take time off. That's number 3, come over here. It will be a penalty to you boys, don't worry, okay? Keep it cool, mate. I know you've had a lot of frustration waiting around. You've got 2 minutes to half time. Keep it cool, yes? Okay?
And that's it, Ian McLaughlin getting a good talking to from the referee here. Debutant.
Time's back on.
Playing for Blackrock College.
Well, that's what you need to see in this competition. The referees are working with the athletes, saying, "Look, I know you're full of life and full of fire in your belly, but keep your cool. A couple minutes to the halftime. You got lots of energy to go. Don't take it out on me. Let's use it positively." And that's just great work there from a veteran player and referee Rob Perry as the match official right there on your screen.
Back, please. I need a 5. I need a scrum half and in the channel. Rest of you go back.
Taylor throwing that ball in, but unfortunately not straight is the call. Could see that one from all the way over here in our broadcast booth.
Scrum 15 or line up.
And again, USA was anxious to get the ball into wing of Matt Gallardi. He seemed to be so dangerous out wide. Just nimble feet of him today, and they're trying to get him in for a final score before the half.
Okay, now, boys. That's the 7-man lineup, yes.
Great shot there of the USA South bench, coaching staff and reserve players.
Yep.
Not sure whose hand that came off of.
Not straight again. Scrum for blue 15.
Scrum for blue 15, not straight is the call against TNT.
And again, a greasy ball is kind of difficult to throw straight to the line out there. So to be a credible throw down the middle requires a little more skill and patience from the players.
Continue with that, please. Okay, we all in. Make sure shoulders are bound. Number 8, make sure your shoulders are bound. Number 8.
And we can possibly see a big run from Jason Trevino here as he lines up just short of 22.
Stay behind the ball.
Pick on that far side, smashing forward, just held up inches shy of the try line. Cruzado, so hard to bring to, and it's been knocked on. I don't believe it. So Kelson, yes, Trinidad and Tobago down 17-0, but they've had some great defensive stops, and stopping that right there is a big momentum boost, right?
Yeah, well, I guess just going to the half would be detrimental if they really scored another one just before the half. Heads would have dropped, but that would just give the guys a little bit to look forward to come in second half of a brave attempt as Liam Cabrales leads them off the pitch at halftime.
Well, that man right there has been instrumental in that 17-0 lead. He's got 15 of the 17 points. That's Gozi Mosi, the prop and try-scoring phenom. we just found out online that it's trending. There is a petition going around to change the name of the USA Panthers to the US Gozy Mosi Panthers after that half. The Wrecking Ball scoring 3 tries as the USA South Panthers lead Trinidad and Tobago 17-0 at halftime here in Kingston. Let's take a look at the first half highlights as these two teams got back underway after a short break due to lightning and rain, but that kick not going to mark. USA right back on the attack through their big man, the number 8, Cruzado, who's been a dominant force this entire game. And here comes the first try here for the Americans. Just sniffing at the back of the breakdown there is Mosi, just waiting for it, getting his hands on this ball. He's got a bit of help from the tight head, Connor DeVos. Give him a couple of slaps after he crosses the line. But he was not done yet in the opening 20 minutes. Back on the front foot here are the Panthers. This ball going through the hands, finding Mosi, smashing past one, getting around another. And that's his second of the half. Wait for it here, the hair flip once, hair flip twice, hair flip 3 times. Man knows a thing or two about gamesmanship and a bit of flash and flare. And here comes the third try here for Mosi. Once again, you see him just sniffing around the back of the breakdown, getting past one, smashing over a second, getting around a third, and that's try time once again. Varster not good off the mark on 2 of 3 of the conversion attempts, and the score line heavily in favor of those men right there, USA South Panthers. Kelson, it's a bit of an uphill climb here for Trinidad and Tobago, but we're going to send it down quickly now to the men that you chatted with here for both teams to the sideline interviews.
What has been done so far to make you so successful in this first half?
Well, I think the boys are recognizing the elements and the wet rain, how the ball is, and they're keeping it in tight and really attacking hard and tight.
And again, so far, your tactics are working fine, but what was the game plan coming in to play against this new Trinidad and Tobago team?
Well, to be honest with you, it was to keep it in the forwards because of the rain that just came in, keep it in tight and go hard and be aggressive, and the boys are doing it.
What's the game plan coming into this game so far?
As I said, the little conditions changed the game plan a little bit, so we try to keep it a little tighter. The boys just had to deal with the physicality. This is their first time, most of them playing the game, so a little nerves, but as the game went along, they got a little more confident, and when he got the ball outside, we were able to attack. So let's just hope we use that momentum in the second half to go forward.
Coming to the end of the first half, there's some brave tackle in there to really lift the momentum. What will you tell the guys going to the second half to continue that spurt?
I say keep the physicality up, match the intensity of the game, of the other opposition, and just keep fighting hard, and keep hustling and working hard.
Contest. My name is Brian Kelly alongside former TNT national team star Kelson Figaro. It was all USA in about the first 19 of 20 minutes. There was some exciting play at the end there from TNT, Kelson, and how much has that helped the momentum going into the second frame?
Well, again, Trinidad and Tobago really had a positive at the end of the first half. Really big solid tackles stopping them from going over the line for a 4th time. But again, the energy was probably a little too hyped coming in the second half, just overcooking the kickoff.
Yeah.
Many of these Trinidad and Tobago athletes have not played much rugby either in their lives or in the last couple of years, just due to the COVID-19 global pandemic, putting a halt on organized rugby on the islands. That's no excuse. These guys are ready to go. They're excited. They're happy to be here, just like everyone else, from commentators to officials to medical staff to athletes, coaches. We're just excited to be back here in Kingston, Jamaica, competing in a Rugby America's North competition. We're trying to grow rugby in our region, men's, women's, 7s and 15s, and both of these competitions that we're throwing right now are vitally important for doing that. Ball at the back of the scrum here. Austin Cade. That ball going to the ground. Advantage here for TNT. Referee calling to use it. Good run there. Breaking one tackle there is Aaron Stanley.
End of the advantage, number 2 off your feet again. Yes, you've got to support your own body weight, okay?
And again, just inexperience, just a little too excited to get to breakdowns. They're trying to be, can't hold their feet, and it's something that's been nagging them this whole game so far.
Here's Varster. Good kick there from the fly half.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago really need to find a way to stop big number 16 there. Really just 3 tries to good already, and they really need to find something because he's hungry for more tries.
Absolutely. First line-out throw that I've seen from Nick Devati, taken perfectly there in the middle by the middle jumper. Hard into contact once again. Keep saying his name is Cruzado. He's still going, gaining territory.
Well done. Good body correction.
Up into contact now. Seiler.
Roll away, tackler. Thank you. Use it, please. Let's go back.
Jackson Peterson stepping into the scrum half roll. Here's Varster. Stopping, getting around one, smashing over another. Finally brought down at the 40-meter line.
The roll's fine. The roll's fine.
A bit of extra rolls there. Seem to be like on his bed there. Just keep turning and turning.
For the roll, I can imagine.
Patterson has stepped into the number 9 position, as I mentioned. That one going to ground, but skipping up nicely.
In the tackle. Play on.
Play on.
Ooh, that sounded painful.
And a lot of excellent commentary here by the referee.
Love
there.
it. Taking our job from us.
Roll away, tackler.
Huge collision there once again from Jensvold. Plenty of bodies on that far side for USA. Good one-handed offload on the outside, and a huge tackle there from TNT. Not sure whose number that was, but that was a great tackle there into the touchline.
And Trinidad and Tobago just meeting them up there at the head there. As you look at the replay there, the scrum half really brave tackle there, really forcing the offload, and a double hit.
Numbers.
I think that was
by Jack Lake. No, sorry.
Jose Cave.
Let's get set up, please, then, guys.
Jose Cave with a massive collision there, wearing the number 21 jersey.
Touch to the air. Play on.
Ball in the hands of the men from Trinidad and Tobago now. Referee saying play on.
Again, Ian McLaughlin there just taking it on there, what he does best.
It was fine. Still 7 was there. Hands on.
Keaton McLeavy right there immediately as soon as the tackle was made, release, and got his hands on the ball to steal it.
And again, you can see that Poontip really just barking some instructions there, probably getting some substitutes ready there to really make some changes and get some impact on off the bench here. Trying to be going to need to do something to get some points on the board.
Okay, mate.
Interestingly enough, Brian, when Trinidad and Tobago got it out onto the wing, they looked superiorly dangerous. They just doesn't seem to want to get it out there fast enough.
Well, our region is known for speed, and it was nice to see a bit of flash and flare in the midfield there from TNT early in the at the end of the first half. Pardon me, and that's what I'd like to see a little bit more of here when they can get the ball in hand. Let's see some of those speedsters on the move. That one's been stolen by Trinidad and Tobago.
Again, trying to run out there 22 there. Big ask, but big shove, big handoff there, and trying to get an extra 10 yards on the run. Looking for a quicker ball there.
Touch. Advantage blue.
Here's McLeavy picking that ball up quickly, bringing about 3 guys with him. Advantage over, says Perry. Got plenty of numbers on either side. Here's Mosi. Can he go for number 4? Tackled 3 meters shy. Pick and go, freshman on the pitch, and he's done it. That's Jacob Seiler. Try number 4 here for the Americans. That's Jacob Seiler.
And again, TNT really just focused more on getting rid of Gozi, and then look at the player picking on the second phase, unattended over the line there. As we look in the replay there, great low tackle there, get them quickly to the floor, trying to pinch the ball, and all the focus seemed to be on the ball and allowed him to just pick and go on his own, easily over the line. 5 points to great.
Just watch the TT boys scream loudly for the kicker.
And again, uphill task for Tobago at the moment, down 22-0 with a kick to come. And again, Coach Poontep making some changes to see if we get something happening.
Kick is on the mark there from Charlie Joe Rosemeyer. Had a try in the first game against Jamaica. Good for an additional 2 points.
And again, Tobago with the restart, they're probably going to kick it deep again and try to put pressure on this USA team deep into their half.
Kick's good.
Taken just outside the 22. USA electing to just run this one out. Here's McLeavy. Finding his man on the outside. Good burst of speed here. Jersey tackle on the far side. Spinning it wide once again. USA having a bit of fun with this, going sideline. Back out the other way. Here's Patterson. Going back on the blind side. Offload from Jensbold. Here's McLeavy. High tackle against him.
Slip up, it was a slip up.
And again, that's a hard take on the tackler. The player just slipped just before the contact there.
Patterson looking both ways, going into the midfield. Taken hard into contact there by Kell.
Right, guys, he's going to come back here. You have an injury over here.
And again, very physical game. There's bodies on the ground at the moment, just getting probably some water or some air is needed after a collision.
Next out, yeah.
Again,
Thank you very much.
Tobago need to look to their fly-off Reese Valère, number 17. Second generation rugby player from Tobago. His father, Maurice Valère, also a national athlete, national standout hooker, and also an official here in the tournament here today.
Kelson, talk to me about the significance of these jerseys. They're fantastic. Is this a new design? Is this something that's been brought up before?
Well, we have new tribal-esque designs coming from sponsors and designers to really give us a more new look, a new vibrant look to the team compared to regular pale stripes or solid colors as we used to in the past. Wish I had such exciting uniforms back when I played. Thick cotton shirts that used to tie up and everything. And used to get soaked in the rain, give it extra 5 pounds of weight.
Well, we're just getting a replay of what happened. I'm not exactly sure I see where the collision was. Player getting a bit of help from the medical staff. We've had the immediate care in rugby crew doing 3 or 4 days of training while here in Kingston, Jamaica, led there by Dr. Dahlia, I believe.
Dr. Dahlia John Brown, yes.
Yep. And Dr. Araba Chintao and the other staff that are here working diligently to make sure that player welfare is the #1 priority in rugby, which it is. So we've got doing a great job. Big shout out to all the medical team who are here doing their work. Make sure we can play this great game that we love.
And as we speak about medical care, before players will get multiple concussions in a game, not even know how they're finishing, and we know the long-term effects of concussions, as we can see from recent studies. So I get good work from World Rugby and all the other boards to really look at the fact that we need to take health or healthcare a bit more significant in the game.
Yes, gone are those days where, you know, you get up and keep playing on. This is no, when in doubt, take them out.
Okay, the last night.
And making sure that players are well looked after. Everyone has proper training, and that's one of the things that we do here with Rugby Americas North. So ready to get back underway. Less than 10 minutes to play in the second half. Plenty of subs on the field for USA. Basically a whole new side.
Okay, just a slip. Make sure you clean your studs. We're going to reset. Just move over this way for me, guys. We're just safe.
So today is the opening day of the men's under-19 competition. There's 3 days of competition. So today they're playing in Pool A and Pool B. After today they will be reseeded into Pool 1 and Pool 2, and the teams will play 2 more matches to decide who finishes in the who will play in the championship final, the bronze medal final, and the 5th, 6th final on Sunday. So yesterday's matches are important for reseeding. Tomorrow, where it's really important to see if you can qualify for that championship match. So look forward to some big, huge games tomorrow. At the back now, here's Patterson on this near side. Into contact, wrapping around one more time to Patterson. Good double tackle near this try line, or pardon me, touch line.
Play on.
Pick and go from McLeavy.
Back onside, back foot.
And again, because he's trying to not compete in the breakdowns anymore, using the numbers out wide for defense instead.
Over the 22 now. Big gaps in the TNT defense. Plenty of bodies here for USA. Out through the hands now. Williams.
Advantage, TT.
That ball is knocked forward there by Kell.
You have advantage.
We'll see what TNT can use here, knowing that they have advantage.
You still have the advantage.
Again, trying to rock it in the area where they're not too successful, instead of trying to shoot it out wide as they now attempt to. There's Jabali here, new player here, player to watch actually. Jabali, Alexis, and big strong run in there. Confident step, but they seem to lose the pill there. But they get back the advantage. And again, Jabali Alexis is a new player out of the Eastern Ruggers team from Sangre Grande, which is a new zone for rugby in Trinidad and Tobago. Very few rugby played in that part of the country, and it's great to see that clubs are developing around the country.
Wait, the seconds are going. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Another good shove there by the Americans.
Can we use it? Stand back up. Thank you, boys. Responsible with the push. Reset again. It's okay. We go again. Scrum. Here's your mark.
And again, the big shoving by the USA, just giving Trinidad and Tobago a hard time of getting the ball, clean ball out from the scrum.
Just make sure you get your head a little bit lower for me, please. Yeah. Yes.
2 matches still to be played here today. Cayman Islands against Bermuda at 4 o'clock. And then after that, Jamaica against Trinidad and Tobago. The lightning stoppage that we had a little earlier is not going to affect those 2 matches. They're going to kick off on time, which will be good to get back on track. Trinidad still have the ball, but they're backpedaling.
Back on side, please, boys.
Front up defense here from the Americans.
That's gone backwards, fumbled, but gone backwards. That's gone.
Well, plenty of confusion here, Kelson. I think this comes from not playing much rugby lately. These TNT guys backpedaling, not deciding who's going to be the strong ball runner.
And again, trying to really to get someone to put their hand up and control the game from their half. Is it Reese Valère or anyone else to really calm down, really put their hands and said, boys, we're doing this, and follow the instructions to the team.
You okay? Crouch.
US have an opportunity in the red zone here to really do something, strike out wide if possible, but we're going to look for a big pick from the number 8 or the number 5 in this case.
Good tackle there at the back by Jeremy Bonas, but the try is scored by Keaton McLeavy. Well, the man you'll hear his voice a lot this weekend, Gavin McLeavy. That's the dad of the try scorer. Keaton right there on your screen, mouth guard being chewed on. As we see this ball being picked from the back of the scrum by Grant Silkwood. Picked up at the back by McLeavy, just noticing there's no one in the post channel right beside the breakdown. Well, Gavin McLeavy, commentator for this tournament, will be happy with that, seeing his son cross over the line. Keaton McLeavy, good man, good rugby player. And yet another score here for the Americans.
And again, it'll be good for a proud sports dad to really see his son really being successful on the pitch, following his father's shoes, father's footsteps.
Well, I know back in Canada, my son, 16 months old, is watching the broadcast right now, saying a big hello to Scotia, my son. So maybe one day I'll be watching him score tries for his country, and that would be fantastic. So hello to my son back in Halifax, Nova Scotia in Canada, as that conversion attempt is successful. Well struck there from Charlie Joe Rosemar.
Alex.
And again, if you're in Jamaica, come down to UE Mona Bowl. Just a view admission is free. And if you're not from Jamaica, you can view us on SportsMax and the SportsMax app.
It looked like we were playing offense.
I see USA boys seem to be super comfortable now in the driver's seat, just having some laps on the sideline.
Just behind us, fine.
Back on the attack. Here's the try scorer, Keaton McLeavy, right up the middle once again. Good show and go. Does he have the pace to get around the outside? He does. He's finally brought down. That's McLeavy getting the job done after scoring. But the ball's been spilled.
You have advantage.
Again, a bit isolated, trying to get the opportunity to run the ball out, try to save some face and get some points on the board.
Still have advantage. Steal's fine, but there's no advantage. Knock on, so we scrum down TT over here.
And again, from that play, the McLeavy a bit isolated on the break there, no support there, and trying to be able to pick the ball back.
Steal was fine over there.
From the nice break by the try scorer.
They don't mind, don't worry.
Only a couple minutes left on the clock in this contest. Midfield scrum here on the 22 for Trinidad and Tobago. Would love to see a set play or something they've done in the training paddock. See if they can get something going here in a bit of offense. We saw a couple moves at the end of the first half. We'll see if they can replicate it and do one better.
It seems that Reeseville there is setting up for a kick.
Let's come out the flanker.
But the pressure by the USA flank there.
Balls out! Balls out!
Up into contact there.
Roll away, fine.
Mason.
Thank you.
Hard into contact once again there, Jeremy Bonas.
Thank you.
And again, a bit of nippy work by the breakdown there by Trinidad and Tobago. But doesn't seem to get just inches at the time again. At the moment there, Leon Cabral is just losing the ball. Almost losing the ball there. But again, McLaughlin, good backup work there to really secure that ball for Trinidad.
Tackle's fine.
And Tobago.
Still have advantage, still have advantage.
Well, an interesting option there by Trinidad and Tobago. They had the advantage. Not exactly the strongest kick of all time, but they've gathered it once again.
Okay, advantage blue offside from the kick. Thank you.
Offside against Trinidad and Tobago, so changing his call. So opportunity now for USA South. Is that ball going off?
That's the end of
going
the
to ground from Chris Jensvold. No more advantage here.
What's that?
Again, probably less than a minute to play there. Trinidad and Tobago line out in their 22 to defend. And again, it's a hard ask again. Hard ask for the first game in a couple of years.
Absolutely.
But again, it's a learning curve for the guys that are saying to be the best, you need to be the best, and it's a good measure and stick to go into the next game.
Absolutely. Taken perfectly there by Jensvold. He's had a great game here so far today. Here's Silkwood smashing forward, but he's lost it in contact. Opportunity now for a TNT.
Advantage.
Little show and go, getting under one tackle there is Bonas.
There's no advantage. From here, TT ball.
Again,
cross. Oh, no, we'll move over there. A little bit more safe.
and again, trying to big opt in to take the crashes against the bigger bodies instead of you shooting out wide. And I think they need to play to their strengths at the moment there. You know, really get the ball out to where, as we see managers and assistant manager looking on pensively at the end of this game here. And again, we're going to say this is development work going forward, and that this result is not the best thing you will say for the team at the moment, but it's a stepping stone to something else.
Stay behind, stay
Absolutely.
behind, stay behind. No, I haven't called it. Use it, please, 9. Use
Trinidad
it.
and Tobago under all sorts of pressure at the back of that scrum, but they've managed to get it out. Going to that loop ball once again. Good tackle coming in there.
A few things going on there, but we'll play on.
In-game commentary provided by Rob Perry, but it's been stolen there by Silkwood. He's got players on the outside. Good one-handed grab again by Jensvold. Into the hands now. Anakalia. He smashes his way forward. Patterson. Here's Seilers. Try score in this half.
Thank you.
Patterson going back on the blind side. Referee says it went backwards. Into contact now. Matthew Arteta.
No hands in the ruck, no hands. Ball's out.
Ball's out, says the referee. Smashing forward once again is Jensvold.
Yeah, thank you. Last play. Roll away.
Referee saying that is the last play.
No hands, release. You're off your feet. Okay. No. Try line's there. That's time, guys.
And there you have it. The USA South Panthers picking up their second victory of the day. 31-0 is the score. Dominant victory there from the men from the Southern United States. Comprehensive victory once again, and they're looking like the easy tournament favorite so far in this competition. Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back to international rugby. Not the result you were looking for, but it's great to have you back, and still one more game to play here today against the hosts from Jamaica. Once again, the score is 31-0 for USA South. Let's take a look at the highlights from the fourth match of today. Well, the USA South got underway, not the kick they wanted to there from Varster, but they were back on the front foot immediately. The big man, number 8, Cruzado, just a hard man to bring down. Looking for the try line early on, that's Mosi.
Onside.
He was dominant in the entire contest as he goes over for the first try, his second of the day. Varster, good off the boot for an additional 2 points early on to take this 7-0 lead, giving a kiss to his loved ones back home. Here's the Panthers once again. Mosi, hard man to bring down, second try of the afternoon. Hair flip coming with the price of admission. And from there on, it was continually all about the Panthers. Good driving forward ball. Mosi one more time at the back of the breakdown, smashing forward, getting past another, and he has his hat trick within about 11 minutes gone. Mosi one more time looking for his 4th try of the match, but Trinidad and Tobago quick on the mark, but quick pick on the right-hand side there is Jacob Seiler scoring the 4th try of this match there for the Panthers. As both teams emptied their benches, pick from the back of the scrum there is Silkwood, and that one's Keaton McLeavy smashing over the young flanker, getting the job done. Comprehensive victory there for the USA South Panthers. They're looking sharp, and Trinidad and Tobago make their return to international competition. We're going to send it down now to Kelson Figaro, who's got a sideline interview.
Hi, I'm Kelson Figaro here with Rhys Villiers, Trinidad and Tobago captain. Rhys, not the victory that you wanted, not the score they wanted, sorry, but what are you going to go from here?
Well, we knew it'd be a tough game. They played well. They were the better team. You have to give them that, but we're going to regroup and get a better result against Jamaica, hopefully.
Well, Reese, Trinidad Tobago hasn't played rugby in a bit of years, so this is your first match and your first coming out here. It was a very tough thing. What do you think, or what are you going to tell your charges to boost the morale going forward?
Well, yeah, we know it's been a long time since we've played. I mean, 2020 was the year things shut down for us. We didn't come back out until September last year, and even then, the team had to break up for a little bit because we're supposed to have a sevens tournament. So we've really only been together since maybe February. But we've come a long way, and hopefully we can pick up the results.
Okay, thank you a lot, Reese. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're here with Chris, Vice Captain of the USA South team. Congratulations on the victory, and how was it playing out in the wet weather today?
It was actually so much fun. I enjoyed this second game more than I did the first game, to be honest with you.
And again, what are the plans coming against a much more difficult games on the day two, much more games on day two? How will you plan to manage all those games tomorrow?
Honestly, just recovery. That's all we need to really work on is recovery. We played 2 really hard games today, very physical. This game especially, very forward heavy. So all we need to do is recovery to prep ourselves for tomorrow.
Okay, thank you a lot, Chris. Thanks a lot, man.
Yep, thank you.